Jason's Academy, Social Science Class 7th, History, Lesson 5, The Mughal Empire. Hey class, in last video we studied about Delhi Sultanate. In today's video, we will study about Mughal Empire. The time period of Mughal Empire was 1526 to 1857. But in 1540 to 1555, it did not existed. Why it did not existed, that I will tell you later on. So, Lodi dynasty existed and Mughal Empire ended this dynasty because of First Battle of Panipat in 1526 AD. And after this, Mughal Empire was started and ended in 1857. And in 1857, what happened? In 1857, first revolt of independence occurred, and after this, Mughals have to leave Red Fort. So, we can study Mughals in two parts. Let's see that first part will be Mughal ruler 1. In that, we will study about Babar, Humayun, and after this, there was a gap in 1540 to 1555. In this gap, Afghans ruled in it. Sher Shah Suri defeated Humayun and established Afghan ruler. So that's why we divided Mughal ruler in two parts. In Mughal ruler, first we will study before Afghans ruler, and in part 2 we will study after Afghan ruler. In Mughal ruler 2, we will study about Akbar, then his son Jahangir, and then Shahjahan, and then Aurangzeb, and then later Mughal, which will be weak rulers, and then in 1857 there will be end of Mughals. In part 3 of Mughals, we will see Mughal architecture and literature. So, let's see about Babar. Babar founded the Mughal Empire. He became founder by defeating Ibrahim Lodi in first battle of Panipat. He brought gunpowder to India. Before Babar, no one used gunpowder in battle, but Babar used it in battle and won many battles. Then in 1527, there was one more battle of Khanwa, which was an important battle in it. Babar defeated Rajput king Rana Sanga, who was king of Mewar and famous for his braveness. He also wrote his autobiography Tuzuk-e-Babri. He died at Agra in 1530 AD, but his tomb was built in Kabul. After Babar's rule, Humayun ruled from 1530 to 1540. But in 1540 to 1555, there is a gap in that period. Suri dynasty means Afghan rulers ruled. How it happened, that we will see later in video. First, let's see some facts of Humayun. Humayun was the second ruler of Mughal dynasty, as first ruler was Babar and second was Babar's son Humayun. Humayun's autobiography was written by his sister Gulabda Begum, which was named as Humayun Nama. Humayun fought two important battles. First is Battle of Chauza in 1539 and Battle of Kannauj in 1540. And in this both battle, he was defeated by Sher Shah Suri, and he was ruler of Afghan origin, not of Afghan rulers. His parents belonged to Bihar, but his origin was Afghan. So Suri dynasty came to Delhi, and after this Humayun escaped himself to Iran and spent 15 years in exile in Iran. And in these 15 years, Suri dynasty established themselves in Delhi. Suri dynasty was founded by Sher Shah Suri. Now let's see some facts about Sher Shah Suri, which plays an important role in changing the administrative. Afghan ruler's time period was 1540 to 1555. He was known for his administrative changes. He introduced silver rupiah and he fixed standard weight and measurements. He also built GT road, that is Grand Truck Road, for good communication. These were some important administrative changes by Sher Shah Suri. After his death, Suri was buried in Sasaram, which is in Bihar. He built Purana Killa in Delhi. Sher Shah Suri could not rule for long, but after Suri, Muhammad Adil Shah was last ruler of Suri dynasty, and his rule will be ended in 1555 and will be defeated by Humayun. There, Humayun will be back and defeat Muhammad Adil Shah. After defeating Muhammad Adil Shah, he captured Delhi back in 1559. But in 1556, he died, falling from a staircase of his library. So, we have studied about Humayun and Sher Shah Suri. Now, let's see some facts about Akbar, Jahangir and Shahjahan. In 1556, Humayun died, and in early age, Akbar was crowned as Mughal emperor. But as Akbar was only 14 years old, so he ruled under Bairam Khan. And in 1560, Akbar turned 18. But from 1560 to 62, Akbar was influenced by Maham Anga. Now, let's see some Akbar's fact. Akbar fought many important battles. First is Second Battle of Panipat. It was fought between Akbar and Hemu, and it was led by Bair Khan. And Hemu was defeated by Akbar. Then second battle was Battle of Haldi Ghati. It was fought by Akbar and defeated Maharana Pratap. He also built city of Fatehpur Sikri and shifted his court there. He also formed a new religion, Din-e-Ilahi. He abolished Jizya tax and he had 9 jewels in his court. They are Abul Fazal, Fezi, Birbal, Todarmal, Raja Mansingh, Abdul Rahim Khane Khana, Fakir Azio Din and Mullah Do Piazza. Then this all was about Akbar. Now let's see something about Jahangir. Jahangir's name was Salim and Shekhu Baba. He was married to Noor Jahan. Noor Jahan's real name was Meher ul Nisha. She was also titled as Padshah Begum. Noor Jahan had a great role in administration. Many coins were issued on her name. He wrote his own autobiography, Tuzuk-e-Jahangiri, painting reached in its zenith during his reign. Now, let's see about Shahjahan. Shahjahan has most related fact with architecture, so we will study about him more in architecture and literature. His period is often referred as the golden age of Mughal Empire because many marbles architecture was built. His last days were painful because Shah Jahan's son imprisoned him in Agra fort by Aurangzeb. 2 French travelers came in this period. First is Bernier and second is Taverner. So here we have completed half of the chapter and half of the chapter will be covered in the second part of this video. I hope you all have understood till now. Thank you.